Hey, hello. You're stuck in trouble with Wolf Gorlick. Couple minute riff on IT and IT security. Today, looking at how the Challenger shuttle disaster applies to DevOps. Yesterday, Joel Cardella gave a talk at Converge on the shuttle. You should definitely check it out. It should be posted by now. Adrian Crenshaw, Iron Geek, has been doing his magic and getting the talks up like that. So it's probably on his page. If not, it'll be up there shortly. And one of the things that stuck out to me, and I had a great conversation with a DevOps leader right after that, it was in the audience, was the findings of the Rogers report that said establish a flight rate commensurate with your resources. So in other words, they would fly a shuttle, and every time they flew a shuttle, there was a risk of there being a problem. And every time they flew a shuttle, there are resources that went into maintaining the shuttle off the ground. However, there weren't necessarily enough resources to do proper risk management, to do triage, to address some of the many problems that they had found in previous launches. And as a matter of fact, in previous launches, a lot of the lessons learned were not necessarily communicated between launch to launch. So this concept of flight rate reminded me of the change rate that we all do at DevOps, right? So a launch is a launch. If you've got anything from a major release, what have we learned and what can we move forward, to the constant incremental mode of a DevOps shop, we stop and think, does this rate match the resources that we're putting into securing it and into building it in an operational way? Or are we, launch by launch, right, increment by increment, release by release, are we adding to our technical debt and increasing our risk like they were with the shuttle? I'm not really sure how to measure that. That's a really interesting question to me. Defect density is usually my go-to, and that is one way to do it, right? Can we look at defect density, and is the defect density increasing or decreasing as the code is pushed into production? So yeah, static analysis tools have a part to play there. I think a lot of it's so qualitative. Does the subject matter experts, the people building the code, your go-to guys, the men and women on the front lines who have the knowledge, are they comfortable with the rate of change? And are they comfortable that they're putting out a quality product? Or are there real concerns that security risks are being introduced increment by increment, release by release? And if there are real concerns, how are those concerns being communicated? Are they being acted upon, or are they being basically, suppressed and hushed up, similar to what happened with the Challenger? This concept of matching your flight rate to your resources is a really interesting one to me, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the exact right way to measure it, other than the two ways I just mentioned. Love to hear your input. Hit me up. Let's give it some thought in the next couple of days if you're in a DevOps shop or in an Agile shop. How are you ensuring that your flight rate, your release rate, matches your ability to build quality, functional, and secure code? Take it easy.